Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way.
So this is Dr. Disrespect, and he's back now. If you guys haven't been keeping up with the Dr. Disrespect drama, then this little clip basically sums it up.
Apologize. All I know is that I never did what Twitch, Cody Connors, or the public is claiming that I did.
And you might be asking what the heck is going on with Dr. Disrespect. And honestly, I'm right there with you because what the heck is going on? But before we dive into that, let's break down what's happened. So 2.5 months ago, Dr. Disrespect dropped a huge statement on Twitter, and he basically confirmed that he was banned from Twitch for talking to a minor inappropriately. This was pretty much the start of everything going south for him. Right after that tweet, he got demonetized on YouTube, where he was initially monetized. One more thing that's troubling is that he still hasn't fully cleared up the situation.
At the time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met.
So after all this, Dr. Disrespect went on a 2.5-month break from streaming. During that time, he'd pop up on Twitter occasionally, but every tweet just got flooded with hate since everyone pretty much labeled him a at that point. And that's where things stood. Until today. For the first time in 2.5 months, Dr. Disrespect streamed again, but this wasn't just any stream. This time he directly addressed all the allegations. Yo, it was time. Yeah, it was time. He kicked things off by explaining why he never spoke publicly about the Twitch ban before now.
From the whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't.
Man, it's crazy when you think about it. Why did Cody Connor even decide to drop that info? The dude wasn't even working there anymore. He's literally an ex-employee. So what's the point? And if Doc's saying the whole thing was already handled, then it just screams clout chasing at this point. Like, what was the goal here?
You guys, I can't sit here. I know it's been a long time. I could sit here and read donations, but I don't want to the whole time.
So I was scrolling through Twitter and came across some old tweets from Cody Connor. And get this, in these tweets, the dude's literally trying to sell tickets to a show he's performing at by using Dr. Disrespect's name. Like, for real. In one of the Reddit posts, I found that the Twitch employee who posted accusations against Dr. Disrespect had been using this info to sell tickets to his shows. And it didn't just happen once, this was multiple times. So, with the case already being resolved legally and all, it's clear Cody was just chasing clout and impressions by leaking this info. No other explanation, bro.
Who said that I got banned from Twitch because I was a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of is?
So after that, Dr. Disrespect jumps right in and denies all the allegations about anyone. But then he says something that gets kind of confusing, like trying to figure out tax season in America, you know? 1 minute you're confident, the next you're wondering where it all went wrong.
For almost 4 years, champs, the public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch.
At one point, Dr. Disrespect himself confirmed that the Twitch user was a minor during the time of the messages. He even tweeted, and I quote, "Were there Twitch whisper messages with a minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. So when he now hints that maybe the person wasn't actually a minor, it doesn't really add up. It's kind of like, dude, you already said they were, so what's going on? Unless he's trying to say we shouldn't trust what he said back then, which I'm sure isn't what he's going for here.
You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement.
Bro, what is going on with this? Like, seriously, can someone explain to me why we still haven't seen these chat logs? This whole thing's been dragging on for like 4 years, and we still got nothing. If I was Dr. Disrespect and people were lying on my name while I'm losing millions, I'd be begging for those logs to be made public ASAP. Unless those logs don't exactly clear things up, if you know what I mean.
My contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's unbelievable!
Honestly, guys, if my group chat ever got leaked, I'd probably be facing multiple life sentences or worse, like getting stuck in a never-ending Zoom call with your least favorite coworker. But seriously, I get what he's saying. Still, my group chat isn't filled with random minors who are fans. Doc's old enough to know better than to have certain conversations with certain people. Then, Dr. Disrespect starts ranting about his ex-partner manager, claiming they were gunning for him and played a big role in his Twitch suspension. Honestly, though, I'm more interested in why he got banned rather than who was behind it. But then he starts going off about how Twitch made this decision, and things get as confusing as trying to navigate a new social media app without any tutorials.
How would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words? And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here.
You know what's got me scratching my head? The fact that Dr. Disrespect mentioned Twitch didn't investigate the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the messages were sent. This makes me think the user was probably 16 or 17, which is still considered a minor in the US, though not everywhere. That's pretty much the end of his response. It seems Cody Connor, the clout chaser who leaked confidential info and lied just for Twitter impressions, played a big role here. Or maybe this was just a coincidence because, without proof, I can't say if Cody Connor or anyone else is right or wrong. I'm glad Dr. Disrespect was cleared of any allegations, but I'm still not fully convinced about the situation surrounding him. And of course, this wasn't at all what I was expecting. There are still many things I think need to be covered, but anyway, let's sort that out. If you keep following this, I'll dive deeper into the research and get it sorted for you. But what do you guys think? Do you believe this is the end for Dr. Disrespect, or do you think he can regain his reputation like before? I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'll be presenting a recap of the situation, so let's see how it unfolds. Thanks for your support.